This creature was so powerful. It could crush a whale's bones in a single bite and rule the entire ocean without fear. It was bigger than a bus, heavier than 20 elephants, and faster than anything its size should be. Its teeth alone were larger than a human hand. Razor sharp, built to tear through flesh and bone effortlessly. Nothing in the ocean could escape it. Not whales, not dolphins. Not even the fastest swimmers alive at the time. For millions of years, it dominated the seas as the ultimate apex predator. And yet, despite all its power, this unstoppable monster vanished without a trace. How does a creature that powerful simply disappear from Earth? What could possibly hunt or even threaten something that ruled the oceans for millions of years? Was it climate change, slowly turning its world against it? Or did something else rise from the depths? Something faster, smarter, more adaptable? Because the truth is, Megalodon didn't just vanish overnight. Its extinction was a slow, brutal collapse. Prey began to disappear. Oceans began to cool. And the balance of power started to shift. And for the first time, this unstoppable predator may have felt something it had never known before. Weakness. But here's the mystery scientists are still trying to understand. Why couldn't it survive when smaller predators did? Why did the king of the ocean fall while others adapted and thrived? And the most terrifying question of all: what if we still don't fully understand what really happened to it? This monster had a name: Megalodon. The largest shark to ever exist in Earth's history. It lived in the oceans between 23 and 3.6 million years ago. At its peak, it reached lengths of up to 20 meters. That's longer than a school bus. Moving silently beneath the waves. Its body was built for power. Massive, muscular, unstoppable. But its most terrifying feature was its jaw. A mouth nearly 3 meters wide, capable of swallowing prey whole. Inside were over 270 teeth, each one razor sharp and serrated. Some of those teeth were larger than a human hand, designed not just to bite, but to crush bone effortlessly. Megalodon didn't hunt small fish. It hunted giants. Whales, dolphins, and massive marine animals were its prey. It ruled warm oceans across the entire planet. Fossils of its teeth have been found almost everywhere. There was no safe place in the sea when it was alive. It wasn't just a predator. It was the definition of dominance. Megalodon wasn't just big. It was built to dominate. Every movement it made was powerful, yet terrifyingly efficient. Its massive tail could propel it through water with incredible speed. Faster than most creatures its size had any right to be. But speed wasn't its only advantage. It was intelligent. It didn't chase blindly. It hunted with precision. Megalodon often targeted the largest animals in the ocean. Prey that no other predator dared to attack. It would strike from below, using the darkness as cover. One sudden attack, and the victim had no chance to escape. Its bite force could shatter bone instantly, crushing ribs, disabling fins, stopping movement completely. Once the prey was weakened, the end was inevitable. No long chase. No wasted energy. just raw power. Executed perfectly. Even massive whales were not safe. Entire ecosystems revolved around its presence. When Megalodon appeared, everything else fled. The ocean itself seemed to belong to it. No rival could challenge its dominance. No predator could match its size and strength. For millions of years, it remained at the top. Untouched. Unmatched. Unstoppable. But even the most powerful predators are not immune to change. Slowly, the world Megalodon ruled began to shift. The ocean started to cool. And everything changed. Warm waters that once supported its massive body began to disappear. Its hunting grounds were shrinking. And with them, its food supply. The giant whales it depended on began migrating to colder regions. Places Megalodon could not easily survive in. Each year, finding food became harder. Each hunt, more dangerous than before. But the real threat was just beginning to rise. Smaller predators began to take advantage of the changing world. Faster, more agile, and better adapted. Early great white sharks started to compete for the same prey. And they didn't need as much food to survive. They could hunt more often and recover faster. At the same time, new predators entered the scene. Raptorial sperm whales. Intelligent and highly efficient hunters. Working together. Targeting similar prey. Megalodon was no longer alone at the top. It was being challenged from multiple directions. And for the first time in millions of years, it was losing ground. Its size, once its greatest strength, became a weakness. It needed massive amounts of food every single day. But the ocean could no longer provide enough. Starvation became a real threat. Fewer young megalodons survived to adulthood. The population began to decline. Slowly but steadily. Generation after generation. Numbers kept falling. The balance of power had shifted permanently. And Megalodon could not adapt fast enough. The ocean it once ruled was turning against it. And then, the collapse became inevitable. Megalodon populations began to fall faster than ever before. Fewer hunts were successful. And energy reserves ran out. Starvation spread silently through the species. The largest predator on Earth was slowly dying. Without enough food, even giants cannot survive. One by one, they disappeared from the oceans. Their territory shrank until nothing remained. The once dominant ruler became a fading shadow. Entire generations vanished without a trace. The ocean no longer feared them. Other predators had taken their place. Smaller, faster, more adaptable hunters thrived. Megalodon could not compete anymore. It was too large. Too specialized. Around 3.6 million years ago, the last of its kind lived. And then, it was gone. No final battle. No dramatic end. Just silence. In the vast ocean it once ruled, only fossils remained, scattered across the world. Giant teeth buried in stone. The last evidence of its existence. A reminder of a predator that once dominated Earth. and how even the strongest can fall. But here's what makes this story even more unsettling. For years, people believed Megalodon might still be alive, hidden somewhere in the deepest parts of the ocean, a place humans have barely explored. After all, we've only discovered a small fraction of the deep sea, and new species are still being found today. Some scientists once questioned, could something that big remain unseen? Could it be hiding far below where light can reach? But modern science tells a different story. There has never been a single verified sighting. No fresh teeth. No recent fossils. Nothing. The youngest Megalodon fossils are over 3 million years old. And that changes everything. Because if a creature that large were still alive, it would leave evidence everywhere. Massive feeding marks. Broken whale bones. Constant sightings. But there is nothing. No trace. No signal. No proof. Which means one thing. Megalodon is truly gone. But what if, just for a moment, we were wrong? What if Megalodon had somehow survived? Hidden in the depths? Imagine a predator over 20 meters long, still roaming the oceans today, moving silently beneath ships, completely unseen, hunting in waters where humans dare not go. No sonar could track it. No diver could escape it. Every beach, every open ocean, would feel different. The sea would no longer be a place of exploration, but fear. Fishing boats would vanish without explanation. Massive whales would become easy targets again. And humanity would not be at the top of the ocean anymore. But here's the real question. If something that powerful still existed, would we even have the chance to know? Megalodon is gone. But its story still echoes through the ocean. A reminder of a time when giants ruled without challenge. When power alone was enough to dominate the world. But nature doesn't reward strength. It rewards adaptation. And even the greatest predators are not invincible. Megalodon didn't lose a battle. It lost to change itself. To a world that refused to stay the same. Today, the ocean feels vast. Calm. Almost peaceful. But beneath that surface lies a history far more violent. A history written by creatures we can barely imagine. And Megalodon was the greatest of them all. Not just because of its size, but because of how it rose. And how it fell. Because in the end, even legends can disappear.